Okay, we're at the beautiful Ivy House fishery today. We're on the old match pool, which is full of carp. We're going to do our first ever Gurus on the Bank versus. Got my old mucker Will.
Who stepped up to the plate.
Everybody else has gone running, but Will has stepped up to be
I'll
fair
take
to
the
him.
king on myself.
Yeah, if you want to be the best, Will, you've got to beat the best. And that's the end of it. We've drawn our pegs. I'm on 16 on a bad-looking peg in the corner, carp all over the surface. And then Will has drawn a real nice one with not a carp in sight and about 10 foot deep. So we've drawn techniques. You've drawn the pole.
Yeah, jam roll for me.
Which I think will be hard to beat on that, to be fair.
Rod and line for you.
Rod and line for me, a bit of method feeder and a little bit of waggler. So I reckon we're going to borrow stuff down the hill, get on our pegs and
start bagging them fish up for you.
A bit of game on, is it?
Yeah,
sound. Let's go. Okay, just a quick look at my kit then. Very simple setup today. I've got my favourite little end gauge 9 foot with a 3/4 ounce tip in it, a 3000 reel, Aventus reel, 8 pound Pulse Pro, our small 30 gram inline method, a little bead, and then I've got a 4-inch hook length on there of 0.19 end gauge and a 14 eyed Kaizen, just tied sort of knotless knot and then cut the tag off it. I like these little short rods, especially with chucks like this. I think you can punch them at, there's a little bit of overgrowth there, so you can punch at the feeder underneath. Just a shorter rod will help you do that. A nice soft tip so you don't pull your feeder out away from the slope. So that's basic enough. And then my second favourite rod, Aventus this time, 10 foot float rod this time. Nice for this sort of close quarter carp fishing. The island's only 20 odd metres away, so I don't feel like you need a long rod. I think you could be, again, more accurate with your casting with something like this. And it's nice when you're playing your fish, they'll pop up nice and close. So 3000 reel on there again, 5 pound Pulse Pro on that, just so I can, I've got a 4 gram waggler on there now in case I want to chuck to the rope. But I can also just clip that off, and the line is thin enough I can put a little tiny mugging waggler on to flick at fish at close range. Well, like you see there, just got the 4 gram waggler on there. 8-inch hook length, 0.19 again, and a 14 Kaizen for mugging. And then if I want to put a pellet on, I'll put a 16's SMWG on with a little bait band, and I'll pop a 6mm in there. So that's the gear, nice and simple. Onto the bait then. Again, very simple, like a setup. I've got some micros from the method, just plain fishery micros there. And then I've got some ground bait. I got some Green Supreme. What I'll do, I'll start on the method with micros. Probably catch a few fish quickly, and then if it like sort of tails off, ground bait's a great way of pulling some fish back into your peg, just gets you a nice little response. That's mixed on the dry side. You don't want it too sticky for the method, or you get stuck in your mould. What you want is dry and compress it on as hard as you can get it. And then I've just got a few dead reds there. My favourite hook bait for mugging and for the method feeder. Anywhere I go where there's lots of carp, I'll always just fish dead reds on the hook, so long as there's not too many nuisance fish. And then I've just got half a bag of 6mm fishery pellets. I just want to flick a few pellets off the edge of the reeds and might even chuck a little waggler on it. So nice and simple stuff again.
Right, so I've drawn the jam roll today. So the kit I've set up, I've not gone mad really, just set a few. I'm going to concentrate probably just fishing shallow. So I've got a couple of different types of rigs. I've got a longer rig for flicking at fish, for mugging. So I'm going to be black hydra. I've got 0.19 engage, 0.25 Guru cookie with a little bulker shot under the float, and about 12 inches to a 16 Kaizen eyed with a little bait band. That's 0.17 for the hook length, and that'll be just if I spot fish, just flicking a little pellet about at them, see if I can get them. The other rig is just for a slapping rig, so where I'll feed a little bit bait out in front of me. It's a slightly lighter float, the same elastic again, black hydra, 0.19, a 0.15 cookie this time, with a couple of little number 9s under the float. Again, the same again, about 12 inches to a 16 Kaizen, but just a slightly shorter line so I can turn the rig over. Probably feed a little bit of bait there, just depending, see how it goes. I've set a deck rig up for long, but to be honest, with the way the weather is, it's bright, flat calm. I can't see us using that today. And then I've got for later on, a big boy rig for down the edge, just to see, last hour, see if any fish move in. And this is going to be purple hydra, so stepping up the elastic a little bit. 0.22 mainline this time, no messing about. 0.4 JL float, and then down to a little bulker shot, one dropper, and then 0.19 engage to a 14 excess spade. And that is pretty much my lot. Hopefully, like I say, later on we're on this rig and bagging a load down the edge. On the bait front, it couldn't be simpler really. I've just got some fishery pellets, 6 mils. That's all I'm going to use really long. Just ping a few of them. Again, like just see how the fish respond, slap a pellet about, just see if I can get away with feeding more. Might mean that I don't have to feed a lot at all. I've got some of the mainline activated 6 mil hookers that I've dyed red as well. Red can be a really good bait, like when you're fishing shallow, contrast the silhouette of the darker pellet, the fish can pick up that a little bit quicker. So I'll have them for some hookers. And then for down the edge, I've just got a big old pot of dead reds. That's all I'm going to feed down. It's a little bit deeper down the edge. I've not mixed up any ground bait, so I'm just going to go feed in some dead red maggots, fish a bunch of them over the top and see how it goes. Right, Mike?
Yeah, I'm away, Mike.
Got the kitchen sink set up, you in?
I'm going.
Let's
Have you
go.
started?
He's gone already.
Have you started?
I'm going to start. I've had 2. Oh, it ain't going to take you long to get a bite there. Look, he primed his swim up there, look.
Shallow out there, boy. They'll be hard to catch there, I know.
You're whipping them up into a frenzy, aren't you?
Oh, Will. I tell you what.
That was good.
The angling times have got me on speed dial the amount of fish I'm catching at the minute. Huh? Worst cast of the session as well, that. It's only 8 foot off the island.
That looked good, that did. It deserved a fish.
Looks good where you are there on the bottom, boy. Yeah, lovely.
Oh, lovely, yeah.
Oh, Will. Sent you an email that.
Oh, needed that.
Oh. You want to fight, buddy? Join the army. I'm here for the loins. Oh, Will.
That was a lovely start, that, wasn't it?
If I can catch one on that bar to cast, what's it going to be like if I get near the island?
You get a grass stain on it. I knew I should have drawn that rod and reel.
You are. Oh, well. Didn't fancy that one again, did you?
I'm getting roached out here.
Oh, I just bounced in off the island.
He's playing rebound.
Got a spider on my ear. It's annoying when they're tailing up on that straight away. I don't know what this cameraman's playing at. He's facing you and I go 10 tails out on the island.
I've not seen one fish move here.
I can see him from here, boy. There's a big dark shadow, I can see him. There's a little bit of Mike Tyson in this fish, Will, would you believe? Real good fighter.
Is he a real bad man?
Ah, that's annoying. 4-pounder. Will.
The roach, man. Too many roaches.
There's not, man, there's no silverfish in this lake.
Have you got any hemp?
I got a half a pint of sour brands there if you want them. Homemade, like. Ah, that's nice, that. Out you come, boy. Just 2 dead reds, I've had them 2 on now. And then I'm just starting off with micros. I don't think pulling fish into the peg is a problem at the minute, with the amount of tails there.
Oh, look, come on. Come on.
Oh no. Ooh. That was lucky. Well, if you're not doing anything there, do you mind nipping over to that island and just cutting those couple of reed stems off?
Nip round there with the loppers, will you?
Got one, Will?
No, mate. Oh, he got him, mate. Oh. He got lucky, didn't he,
we come
mate?
to an agreement we're not going to do any mugging today.
It was a lucky slap. It's only little.
Oh, that's a good fish, Will.
It's only a little one.
Oh, that's a good one, Will.
Oh, he's the one, mate.
How have you spawned that now?
That's a big old warrior, that one. Ooh. What time do you reckon I need to prime the edge, mate? What time do you reckon I need to prime that edge?
You shouldn't fish the edge, really, because I can't, can I?
Feeder down the edge, innit? Needed that.
Like Phil Taylor here, the way of chucking this method. Well,
You piece of tickling the lipstick.
I tell you what, boy, I could knock the eyelash off a blue bottle the way I'm chucking this at the minute.
Take the head off a matchstick. I knew that was on before you struck.
Don't worry about what's happening in my peg now. You worry about them roach on the 600 pellets.
I'm worried about feeding these roach in mine.
Yeah, you keep them roach over that side. He might run, Will, but he's not going to any.
Is he coming?
Huh?
Is he coming towards me?
Yeah, he's coming your way. You have to lift your rig out, Will.
Look.
Oh!
Look. It's Roach City.
You didn't know we got a silvers pool on today? Ooh. You're all right, but you're all right. Oh boy. That cast should make the angling times top 5 of all time.
Oh, you'll have the whole 5, won't you, after this session? You'll be knocking yourself off the top spot.
It'll come down to my decision in the end.
You choose what one's best.
Isn't it lovely when I'm catching a few?
What do you reckon the chances are this one will eat?
What are you doing there now?
No is the answer to that question.
Oh, I can't believe this.
That was sublime, that was. Right on its nose. Like a gourmet meal that was, fed up to him.
Bream.
Oh, needed that.
What's that doing then? What do you think of that, Will? Huh?
Aye.
What do you think to that then?
That was nice, that was, wasn't it?
Ah,
Is that a lump? Lump, mate.
I like them when they don't fight like that. It's look nice, isn't it?
Just comes wallowing in.
Oh, bye.
Trying to catch a few on a red pellet at the minute, just
Because I told him to.
Yeah.
That's why he's doing it. That's what everybody does in match fishing.
Trying to see if it'll
Carry
pick
on,
out
Will.
when you're trying to catch sort of single fish like this. Just see if a red pellet will stand out a little bit better and make them have a go at it. Trouble is, at the minute there's a lot of little small fish in the peg, so it's hard to sort of just trying to look and spot for carp until hopefully a few settle in. Sort of when you're mugging as well, it's important to have the whole of your pole ready, because like you might spot fish from under your feet, from free, like your top kit, to spotting one at 16 metres. So it's always important just to have enough pole there that you can ship out to where the fish want to be, where they pop up, because they will pop up at different ranges. So just sort of having it all there just gives you the opportunity then to, you don't miss out on no fish then, or the opportunity of some fish. They're not daft, the fish, they stay out of range, don't they? They're not daft.
Look at that up there, and you cannot get a pull.
Really?
Well, pop that one.
He's talked that one on, hasn't he?
Talk that on tonight.
He talked that one on lovely.
Well, a lot of people mistake me for a celebrity. I am no celebrity. I break venue records for money and bounce. Yeah? So you boys say whatever you want.
I'll take your money and go. I'm out the door.
I just put a cocktail bait on then, Will.
Hey?
Just put half a worm capped with a piece of sweet corn on then and it went round. Nice when it's like that, isn't it?
Not tried a mouse's tail yet?
No, I will be in a minute though. What was a good one, boy?
They're the ones you need.
It's a big one, old mate.
Don't mess about with them small ones, mate. He'll be on.
He's on, mate. Must have piranha in here, have they? Will?
No.
They must have piranha in here. They're taking a bite out of that. Yeah, the boiley's gone. Oh, Why did I say anything? He pulled that out of his mouth, man. I must have done. Oh, he's still there, look.
Got to whip that
another go,
straight
mate.
over the top, haven't you?
Far enough. Alright. Right, I've taken that big waggler off now, and I've just put that little tiny one that I sort of cobbled together on, because there's a few carp just popped up really close to me. I've had one on it, and I just pulled it out of one's mouth there, struck too soon. That method line is just absolutely full of tiny little fish at the minute, so I'm just going to see if I can just nick an odd one of these cruisers. They're hard to catch, mine, but it'd be easier if I had a pole. I'm going to have to go and get a pole out the bag now, I think. Check on that one. They don't like a oh, look at this. Look, this is the problem. That's what's on my method line, that is, little tiny bits. I think my bait choice is a bit wrong today. One there, look. Oh, I thought you would have had that.
Walk on.
I should have had that. That was money, that was. How could not not take that, like that? Oh, Will, what happened there? Turn the other way.
How many you got, Mike?
I think I got 4 or 5, but I've mugged one, 2. And I think I've had 2 or 3 on a method, haven't I? Right, after that first 5 minutes, I thought, I'm just going to walk away.
Gonna be, yeah, easy. Yeah.
How many you got?
I've only had 2. The trouble is, it's just as soon as you feed some bait, it's all them. There's so many of them roach there.
There's millions of them.
But you sort of almost feel you've got to feed to try and sort of shift some on, you know. But even then, just leaving the rigging, it's just.
The more bait I put against that island, there's like loads of carp there, but just more roach. And that one piranha.
That at your band.
That piranha fish. Mamvach.
Mambo number 5.
Real good looking carp, this, Will.
Is it a good one?
I might have to get him stuffed. Oh, I thought he'd come off. Oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, that's a nice fish, Will. That's 2 method fish, that is, boy.
Easily. The old muggers are always the good ones, aren't they?
Go into there now. Got to come into the nets, like.
Not playing ball.
Oh. Oh, he's seen enough. He's seen enough.
He's seeing you.
We got lines. That's a good fish, Will, that bite. Look at the net then. Come on. Ah,
Oh, boy.
What?
That was fantastic. See ya?
What did he do?
He just like catapulted the ground, mate. Literally. Like you could get to that. That was
That's
Because you
why,
can't land the method there, innit?
that's why he's so good.
I'm a real bad man on the commercial scene.
Catapult's going down for a while.
Say what you want, but fair play to Rooney for putting £5 up for the winner of this match today, Will.
He obviously knew, didn't he?
He didn't like that going on him.
And a 700, wasn't it?
Huh?
And a 700, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah, it was, yeah. Well, what have you done by there now?
That's it.
Don't start flicking that rig around too much and having too many of them.
I've just started to...
So I'm in cruise control here at the minute.
I thought I'd better start. Oh, it's a little squeaky one, little pipsqueak.
I've just spoken to Brandon and we're going to have to cut it an hour and a half short, Will, so...
Oh, it's a little babby one.
Yeah, you can keep them.
I need about 15 of these to yours. Look at him, he's not far off being in the mother's womb, this one. Guppy said to me that they catch on loads of just feeding dead maggots down the edge.
Why have you been ringing? Oh, what's going off there?
Oh, look,
What's
he's
that
come up.
about?
He's come up, look. Get that waggler rod out.
How wasn't that on then? Oh, he's just dropped back down now. Surprise, surprise.
He's come up to say hello, that one.
You know what's going to have to come out next in here, Will?
What's that?
Have a guess.
Hey?
Have a guess what's coming out
Oh, I ain't got
the
a
next
clue.
trick out of my hat.
You've got too many tricks, I wouldn't know what one.
Well, I wanted to... No, what's the most famous one of them all?
Mouse's tail, mate.
Yes. I'm just going to put the old mouse's tail on you now.
Get the old mouse's tail out.
Should I do it?
Got to do it, ain't you? If it goes off.
If it goes off, I'll be a real dangerous man to beat.
What'd you go run up to the van for, boy?
I can't take any more of it, boy.
Is it cooking you?
It's frying me, man. I'm gonna hair rig a worm.
Oh,
I hope I can just leave it out there long enough for a carp to pick it up, like. The problem is these worms have gone a little bit skinny now. The old skinny worm syndrome, you know, Will.
is it gone all skinny? I know that feeling.
I don't really like doing this because I can't be bothered to hair rig them on. I just like to hook two maggots
Hook
on.
2 maggots, yeah.
Oh, go on, get that wind blowing up a bit there. Stop you flicking that rig about. Well,
Oh, look at that. There's nothing better, is there?
look at that.
Brings back so many memories.
Our
God,
old
that
buddy-
island, if you could reach that island with a pole, you'd empty it, wouldn't you?
Our old buddy will love it if this goes round, boy.
Oh, mate, tell
Wouldn't
me
he?
about it. Oh.
roller, did you actually?
Oh, you're lucky that roller didn't cost me.
Well, really you should be fishing on the bottom there.
Do you reckon?
Well,
I tried it, but you've
Yeah,
had
I
3
can't-
for £40, didn't you?
I can't catch anything, man, boys. Just all little bits everywhere. No muggers to flick at. You've got all the muggers in front of you.
It's only a
How many
babby,
is that now?
don't.
4.
It's only a babby, don't worry.
Why are you catching them little squeakers then?
The old mouse's tails come working, Mikey, innit?
Ah, free line that one.
Did you?
Just free lined a big bit of bread over there, Will, you know? Let it drift over on the wind.
Just let it come in nicely. Just sent it out to the right, let the wind bring it in.
Ah, I've had to scrap those natural baits, but I just put an 8mm boilie on there now. If those bits were in there, you'd absolutely empty that with 2 dead reds on that method. Right, hopefully you're onto something now. I got one of yours, Will.
Little squeaker.
Yeah, a little twister. Oh, boy. Hold on.
Oh, they're getting smaller here.
I feel like the writing's on the wall for me now.
They're getting smaller here.
I've got 3 and 3 chucks on that.
He's too good, and when he gets his eye in, look. Oh. What chance do I stand?
Spectacular. Isn't it a sight to behold?
What chance do I stand? I've been hindered with this pole.
I'd have loved to have had the pole here. I'd have flicked the rig right across that bank. 20 metres of line. And a 0.1 float, and I just flicked it over there.
Just lifted it up and blew it over there.
Come on, boy. All the twisters have turned up on us, Will.
Hey?
The twisters have turned up on us.
Twisting up. Twist and shout.
Get out from there, man. These are the worst carpies ones, aren't they? Like 2-pounders that go mad.
Yeah, go crazy, don't they?
Stop that, man. Ooh. Which one? That one. Yes, Will.
Catching too many babby silvers here. It's a stamp roach, Mikey.
Oh, that's a nice fish, boy.
Get on that canal, mate. Look at
You'd
him.
be shaking like a Penland council house if you were at the reservoir with that, up by me. Right, I reckon we're about halfway through now. It's a lot harder than it was to start. Like that method line was brilliant to start with. First few chucks just got towed off the rest. But there's so many little fish there now. It's making it hard to keep a bait in the water long enough to catch a carp. But I probably got, I don't know, close on, what have I got? 8 or 9 carp I expect now, so it's going all right. 2 on a waggler and a few on that method. So I think Will's just had a nice little run, so it's, you know, I'm not a million miles ahead, but I think I'm just about pipping him at the minute. But we've still got another half to go, so it can all change yet.
What weight do you reckon you got?
Oh, I don't know, I couldn't say, but honestly, but I couldn't tell you. I don't even know how many carp I got. I'm sure I got like 8 or 9 carp. You know, the best thing for me to do is just bite that waggler off and just wasting time chasing him around the peg everywhere. I just can't resist it though, that's the trouble. Couldn't have placed that in his mouth any better. That was the nicest bit of mugging
I've ever seen.
probably done in the last, I don't know, 15, 20 years. Well,
Yeah. Is he a big old boy?
you never guess what I had to do to catch that. Do you want to know?
Do you reckon Danny could have done that?
Scale down to 06
22.
and a 32's hook. Ah, lovely. Love it when it goes my way.
Love it when a plan comes together.
I might be up for a Brit Award for that bit of mugging. No, the worst thing I can do now is bite that float off and start picking it up. Oh, man fach. Oh, that var kerta.
Nothing to see here. Oh, it's another big one, look. Oh, look at that, that's got to go, innit?
Ah, don't like that float too close to them, do they? Oh, no. Oh, Will.
No.
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 That's the Waggler game over.
No.
Oh,
and you
no.
can see it staying in the peg as well.
And I just
finding some shape.
It just started chucking against that. And there was some fish on it. Oh, pup. Oh, I'm disappointed with that, Will. Just fancied I was going to catch a few on that then. Right, so I'm having a little go mugging again now. And I've had 4 or 5 on it. But they don't want that float anywhere near them. Even the ones I've had, I've chucked past them and wound it back and just stopped the hook bait in front of their noses. But even like 1 or 2, even just like creeping the float back past them, is enough to spook them. So like I got a probably close on 3 foot of line behind my float now. And I'm just trying to time it so you can wind the float past them, just enough time for them to get to the hook bait. But, they're not easy to catch at the minute. That's for sure. There's one there now, just out of range on this little rig. I'll have another go at him. Well, they don't stay up very long, that's the trouble.
Thought you were going to lift in for him.
Oh, Will, he's got it.
You like that, Brandon, didn't you? Spot and slap. Trembling. Oh, he's
Not
just,
quite
look
yet,
at him.
old boy.
When you put the man under pressure, look, he rises.
Where's that going now? Oh, boy. You want to go, buddy? I'll go with you. Oh, I almost had 2 dragonflies on as well as a carp. They're stuck on my line. Ooh, we didn't like that. We did not like that. Oh, it's a good one. Well,
See a big boy.
well, you won't like the size of this when it pops up. Isn't it annoying when you've had them in the net once and
They always go
again?
Garrity after that as well, don't
Oh,
they?
they don't like it then, do they? Oh, you don't want to know. Why is it when you're playing a carp, muggers pop up everywhere? And when you're standing there waiting for them, you don't see any?
No.
Don't do that.
Oh, that's the difference, that one.
Well, the difference maker, Will.
That's the difference maker.
The widow
that is.
maker. That's the widow maker, that one, boy.
That's the one of the nail in the coffin's one of them ones.
Ah, he's swimming too fast. Where's he gone? Oh, William. Not happy about you doing all this mugging, Will.
Hey?
Not happy about you doing all this mugging.
Well, we're into the last sort of hour now, and it's been hard for most of the day, to be fair, but it's just nicking odd fish like this, like spot one, sort of have a little go at it and been nicking odd fish like that, had a couple slapping it about. I'm just thinking now, like, sort of have another sort of 5 or 10 minutes like this, and maybe I've been feeding some bait down the edge, have a little look down there, see if anything happens. If not, I think just come back out here and just keep plugging away, because there is odd bites to be had. There's a lot of small fish out there, but in amongst them you do get an odd bite off a carp. So yeah, I think I'll give it another 5 or 10 minutes like this, and then have a little look down the edge where I've been feeding them maggots and see what happens there. Hopefully stay there till the end, but if not, we can come back out here and carry on with what we're doing. There's not a lot of fish coming up now. It's very hard to sort of spot any fish, like see like an odd one.
Should be too close to him, see? There's a little bit of rubbish blown by there now. They're all around us, yeah? Get up to him now.
Timber! Oh, it's a babby. It's a little squeaker.
Tit for tat, old boy.
He answers back, doesn't
Oh, no.
he? Where'd you find that cheeky little waggler?
Huh?
Where'd you find that cheeky little waggler?
I'm just scratching around in the bottom of my box, aren't I?
On a treasure hunt?
Huh?
On a little treasure hunt?
Yeah.
Let's have a look down this edge.
No way. Are you tailing up down there?
There's probably £100 down there at the minute.
Do you reckon?
No. I guarantee I'll be lifting straight. I'll strike a roach into oblivion in a minute. How many dead reds? 5 or 6?
2.
2.
I need to get back on that method. Wasting time here.
No, we're off that, Mike, straight away.
Down a roach.
Stone a roach down there, mate.
Oh, William.
You know when it's a carp, don't you? Because you see a swirl before you see anything else.
I'm blind in one eye and can't see out the other. I'm still hitting that mud bank.
Oh, he's gone 2 and 2 here.
It's been like that all afternoon now.
The last 15 minutes is going to be interesting.
Right, so that big waggler I started on, I've taken that off now. These fish are so spooky here. Anything that lands anywhere near them, and it's game over. So I've put that little tiny one on that I sort of poshed together myself, and it's been quite good. But even that, if it lands anywhere near them, they just don't want. They're not interested. You've got to cast it past them, and then just sort of cast it past them with like no disturbance, and then just sort of tease it back in front of them, wind the float past them, and just let the hook bait drop on their noses. That's sort of the only way I've caught them. I've not had anywhere I've sort of chucked it, the float's landed and it's gone tight. So this has been the best waggler. I did have a little spell of chucking the bigger waggler, because when I was chucking that method, when it was landing, there was carp like all over it straight away. So I chucked that big waggler, and I had one, and I missed 2 bites on it, where it's touched the water, almost like the method going in, like a splash, and then like the only thing there is the hook bait, and that was quite good until I decided to chuck it up the island. But for any of these cruising fish, like these ones are swimming around here, this little tiny little one has been the boy. I don't even know how much it weighs. There's not much weight in there at all. It's a job to get it much past sort of 18 metres. But to be fair, the fish have been quite close, so it's just a case of, like there's one there now really close. But you've got to cast at so many to try and get a response out of one, so just wind that waggler back, stop the hook bait by him. No. There's another one there. You get little spells of them where loads of them will pop up, and then you'll go a little while, you won't see one. You just got to keep your eyes peeled. There's a few. Now that sun's gone in a bit, there's a few. See, like I chucked out too close to that fish now, and I spooked him straight away. Even though you'd think, oh, it's a perfect cast, but it's no good today. So they're a little bit cute, these. I think they've been fished for a fair bit. 2 dead reds on the hook has been the boy, to be fair. I haven't really tried anything else on this. This is sort of my favourite way of doing it, this sort of fishing. Those markers stay nice and high in the water. So I just keep my eyes peeled for one. There's one there. What you want are the ones that are mouthing on the surface. I just tease that float past him now. Stop the hook bait there. Even that isn't, even that's not catching them every time. I'll just chuck it out there for one. The only trouble is the float's so light, it's hard to get accuracy with it. There's no weight to it. So it takes a few chucks to get it where you want it. So let's have to wait for another one to come in now. There's one there. See, the float's too close to it again. That's why you want, like, if you could fish a pole with a tiny little dibber, that would be the way to catch them. Give me Ben at the partridge.
And
Give
he's
me
getting
Ringer
it.
on Southfield, 6 rules. That fool wants redesigning as well. Give me anybody, I don't care, mate.
I'm not here to take part, I'm here to take over.
Tail up over that, boys, I dare you. You know, Will?
Hey?
I dare those carp to tail up over that feeder, yeah? Go on, I dare you. Yeah, they will, that's what you get. That's what you get, yeah? Ah! It's gonna do me, Will.
It's going to do you in the island, mate. It fought back.
He had a little go, that one. Straight on the clip, man. Just wind him in now.
Crank him in.
I think he's blown all of his energy on his first run there, Will.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
He knows who's boss now.
Tried to flex on me, didn't he? Oh, trying to flex on me now, boy. In the net.
Get in that net.
Ah, look.
That's got bite written all over it, Mikey.
It's that shallow there, boy. You can't even. Your tip is just bent straight round. Got to hold the rod out. Look at them out there, boy. Look at them on that feeder. Can't believe you haven't set a method up there, Will. Might have upset a few people on this video, Will.
Hey?
Might have upset a few people on this video.
Mental,
gone
innit,
solid now.
how that light drops in it. It's just
Yeah.
crazy.
That's right still, Dave. It's just road central, and
Yeah.
Where'd you go in, mate? Pan-sized. Even pleasure fishing, like, innit? Why is Danny Baker ringing me now, that little fool?
Fool of a team.
Matcher, like, huh?
Fool of a team.
Going toe to toe with the best angler in the southeast, yeah?
Sort of as the lights dropped, them sort of silverfish have sort of backed off a little bit, so you can get away with pinging a little bit of bait now, and it seems to be feeding some bait and then just like flicking your rig at the back of it. Started to catch a few carp doing that now. That seems to be good. But to be honest, I think with the way the lights drops, they want to feed a little bit more confident now. Still been finicky though, like coming in, spooking off even now. The good thing is he's not getting them roach bites now. That was the thing that was the trouble. Sort of every time you fed or laid your rig in, you was getting a bite off of them little small fish. But that little drop in light seems to have pushed them away. Still odd ones, but nowhere near as bad as it was. Even for Mike now, like with the feeder, he's not getting as much trouble with that. 2 more for Mike.
Why don't you start going on that rope now?
Carry on, mate.
Last minute duck.
Why have you got over tangle now?
Just to try and get it back to within 40 pound.
Come on, we'll throw that pole back, mate.
Get it back, mate.
That's a real good looking carp.
Get it on that top key.
The original whisker biscuit.
Proper little pipsqueak, this one. It's like the griff of the carp world, this little pipsqueak.
Yeah, little dweeb carp. It's not ringing you every 2 minutes, is it, by any chance? That's got a mobile phone on it, is it?
One on minute.
Time for 2 more. Well,
good now, boy, innit? Good now, innit?
should have started now, shouldn't we?
Oh.
None of that like vibrating of the tip and bits now, look. Just
That's it, it's just going, wait, and it goes.
yeah.
Just feel it tighten up.
Yeah, just pulling it out of your hand. I haven't even put the rod in the rest today. Oh, that's a squeaker. That is a squeaker. That's got an iPhone strapped to the side of his head, like Griff.
Pull out.
Fish on?
Well done, Mike.
What do you mean?
Well done, boy.
Oh, Will.
Right, so we've had an absolutely wicked day today. Unfortunately, it's not gone my way, and the big man, the king, has reigned supreme once again.
Hated it. Absolutely fantastic, this place. I love it.
It has been a good match. In all fairness, it's been a good day,
It's
hasn't
been a
it?
brilliant day.
It's the big fishing here, so little runs here and there make such a difference. It's been hard going as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
Because of the
Till the middle of the
conditions,
match was
it's
bad,
been
wasn't
hard
it?
going. I've ended up with £74 and you've had £104,
Yeah,
haven't you?
104.
So like, it seems a lot, but with the size of some of them fish, like, you know, you can catch them to £10.
Yeah,
can't
easily,
you?
yeah. You can,
5 or
the thing
6
is, you can
fish
mud
and it
three
goes
and
the
maybe
other way.
30
Yeah,
pound, can't you?
yeah.
One after another. So
That's right, yeah, but it's been a
been
wicked
good.
match. It's been really, really good.
I've enjoyed that, proper
Yeah,
enjoyed it.
yeah, it was good laugh.
Good company,
yeah.
good
That's
venue.
right. Yeah, good laugh.
Had a bit of fun, haven't we?
Yeah, we have had a bit of
And
fun.
I've won. It was,
Which makes it a
what
lot
more do you want?
better. Makes the journey home a lot
Yeah,
better.
it does, doesn't it? Yeah. I'll be on the street on the phone now to the governor. Where's my money?
Where's my money?
Bring me my money and
Where's
don't
my
look me in the eye
£5
when you bring it.
But yeah, so it's been a wicked day. Hope you've all enjoyed it. We've very much enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And don't know who's going to take the king on next.
There is nobody now, who's there?
No.
Everybody else has run scared. You fished against me. Who else is there?
He's up for taking Bennett on at Partridge.
Take anybody on anywhere, you know that. I'll take anybody on anywhere. And that's just a fact of life.
Fact of life.
Right, we done?
We're done, boy.
Come
Let's
on
go.
then.
Take
Right.
it easy.